Ever felt like the room is spinning, but you can't quite pinpoint why? You might be experiencing a vestibular migraine, which is an often misunderstood condition that can leave you dizzy, disoriented, and desperate for answers. In today's video, we'll dive deep into this mysterious world of migraines, from those pesky triggers like the weather and stress, to managing your episodes effectively. Just a reminder, I'm not diagnosing anyone with a specific condition in this video, but simply speculating on different root causes of dizziness and what might be helpful to manage them. When we talk about vestibular migraines, we're not just referring to typical headaches. Vestibular migraines can, in fact, occur with or without head pain, which usually throws people off. You typically might think every migraine has to include a headache, but vestibular migraines don't always include any pain. You might find yourself experiencing dizziness or vertigo, which is one of the hallmark symptoms of a vestibular migraine. The symptoms of a vestibular migraine can vary from individuals, but alongside dizziness, you may feel nauseous. Sometimes you may even start vomiting. You can feel off balance, and sounds and smells may bombard your senses, like a constant, inescapable noise may cause you to feel more dizzy. Some people have phonophobia, which is a sensitivity to sounds. Some people have photophobia, which is a sensitivity to light. And then some people even have a heightened sense of smell during a migraine incident. Episodes of vestibular migraines can last for anywhere from 5 minutes to several hours, and even sometimes up to 3 days. It can transform your daily life into an unbearable struggle. You might be wondering what causes these intense episodes. Stress is a huge culprit. I can't tell you how many times a looming deadline, or working too much, skipping meals, trying to pump caffeine or unwind with alcohol, or preparing for an upcoming major event has floored me literally with a vestibular migraine. Things like dietary choices, tension in the neck, and even lack of sleep play significant roles. I used to brush off advice about getting enough sleep when I was younger until I realized that just missing a couple hours of sleep could set off a vestibular migraine that would last for days, causing me to miss work. One thing I've learned, sometimes the hard way, is how much the environment can trigger migraines with simple things all around us. Take the weather, for instance. I might spend an entire gloomy, overcast weekend feeling like I'm walking on shifting sand because I'm having a vestibular migraine. The barometric pressure can wreak havoc on our systems, heightening our susceptibility to getting these vestibular migraines. Let me share what I do whenever I feel an episode looming. I actually have a little survival kit. I make sure to always have water, electrolytes, and either ginger chews or not now nausea spray. I also might wear noise canceling headphones without any sound in them, just to mute out all the sounds in my environment and essentially protect my brain. If I have medications with me, I will take certain medications to head off a major attack. For example, if I'm in a crowded party or at some kind of an event out in public and I feel a migraine coming on, I will literally excuse myself, take medications, and find a quiet place to sit in the dark until I can get myself home. The most important thing is to prevent the migraine from escalating once I feel it starting. The medications that I use to manage my vestibular migraines are specific to my root causes, so I encourage you to talk to your doctor or your neurologist about what type of medications you might want to keep on hand in your survival kit, just in case you get hit with a vestibular migraine sometime when you're away from home. Managing the symptoms when you have an episode is crucial, but even more important in this condition is prevention. Now let's talk about mitigating the risk factors for vestibular migraines. Stress is one of the primary risk factors of migraines, so I focus a lot on stress management techniques. Practices like relaxation and even prayer have been lifesavers, offering peace in the storm of daily life. A few minutes of deep belly breathing throughout the day, or taking a light walk to take my eyes off the computer screen for a little while, can work wonders and help reset my nervous system on a stressful day. If you're in a line of work that demands constant attention and interaction, then embedding stress management techniques into your day can help de-escalate and stabilize your nervous system and potentially prevent a vestibular migraine episode. Then there's gut health, which is often overlooked, yet strikingly impactful. I never really understood its importance until I realized that digestion and migraines are closely connected. Poor gut health can actually exacerbate your migraine symptoms. Through trial and error, I've gravitated towards a diet that works for me to reduce migraines and inflammation. It's transformed my well-being in ways I hadn't thought possible. So if you think your diet is a culprit for recurring vestibular migraine events, it might be worth experimenting slowly and methodically, eliminating potential food triggers. The journey with vestibular migraines can be overwhelming, but remember, you're not alone. Building a support network is invaluable. Whether it's friends or family or professionals, having people who understand what you're going through makes a huge difference. I've found immense comfort and encouragement sharing my experience and hearing other stories. It can break up the isolation that migraines frequently impose. Finally, while we're all navigating different challenges, finding a healthcare professional who is not only knowledgeable but also empathetic is crucial. Your healthcare professional can help tailor a plan that suits your lifestyle, be it through dietary changes, therapies, or medications for migraines. It might take time to find what works, but that's okay. The path to relief is rarely a straight line. Vestibular migraines are a complex condition with no one-size-fits-all solution. They require attention, patience, and persistence to manage and prevent. But with every step we take towards understanding our own unique patterns, triggers, and responses, we inch closer to managing and even reducing these dreaded episodes. Keep documenting, stay proactive, and find your moments of calm amidst the chaos. If you go the route of medication to prevent or manage vestibular migraines, keep in mind that the goal of medications for this condition is to reduce the frequency and severity of episodes, not necessarily to cure it. For that reason, lifestyle changes are very important to improve the quality of life in patients with vertigo attacks due to vestibular migraines. Now, let's dive into the strategies that can help you reclaim your life from vestibular migraines. One of the most effective approaches I've found is maintaining a regular routine. You'd be surprised at how much consistency helps to stabilize your body and your nervous system. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day can make a world of difference. Your body's internal clock craves regularity, and giving it that can reduce the frequency and severity of migraine episodes. Exercise is another powerful tool. I won't lie, it can be hard to even think about exercise when the room won't stop spinning during a migraine. But gentle activities like walking or swimming between migraine episodes can help your stress levels and increase endorphins, which are natural painkillers. Stress management is another key factor in reducing the frequency of vestibular migraines. I personally use belly breathing through my nose, laughter, and talking with a supportive friend or family member to reduce my stress day after day. I also love listening to music to relax and calm my nervous system at the end of a long work day. Tracking the weather and using that information to your advantage can also be a game changer. Certain weather apps that predict changes in barometric pressure can be invaluable. Consider too the impact of technology on your nervous system and your migraine symptoms. Screen time can be a significant trigger, especially with blue light and screen flickering. People with migraines might want to invest in blue light filtering glasses or using an app that can reduce blue light to alleviate strain on the nervous system. Now let's talk about supplements and dietary additions. While it's always a good idea to consult with a medical professional, I'll give you some examples. Some people find relief by taking magnesium, supplementing electrolytes, or taking B vitamins. Your doctor may suggest certain supplements that are specific for your body to help reduce the frequency of migraine events. Of course, don't discount the power of positive thinking and gratitude. It sounds really simple, but sometimes we can get discouraged during a migraine event. Learning to shift your mindset can transform the whole experience. I personally started keeping a gratitude journal where each day, if I'm having a tough time, I'll jot down 3 things I'm thankful for. Focusing on the positives in our lives can help to anchor us and be a beacon of hope amidst a migraine event. Managing vestibular migraines isn't just a personal journey, but it's a shared experience among all of us who suffer. Every step you take, every strategy you try, whether it succeeds or merely teaches you a little more about what doesn't work, is part of the larger collective battle that we all face as those who suffer from migraines. Together, with the right strategies, support, and a good amount of patience, we can find our way to better days, one gentle step at a time.